Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. This is Gargi Deka and you are with me watching the latest news updates of the day. Here are the headlines. PM Modi pitches for early polls to form government in Jammu and Kashmir, assures for early elections. PM also urges support from all political parties in Jammu and Kashmir. Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi likely to meet party MLAs from Punjab at his residence in Delhi later in the day. War between Amarinder Singh and Navjot Singh Sidhu intensified. And now the news in details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reiterated that the centre is committed to install a duly elected government in Jammu and Kashmir. His comments came after Modi chaired a meeting with a delegation of political leaders from Jammu and Kashmir on Thursday. He also urged political leaders from the region to fully support quick delimitation of constituencies so that elections could take place soon in the Union Territory. This was the PM's first meeting with leaders from Kashmir since August 2019, when his government ended the special status granted to Jammu and Kashmir through Article 370. After the meeting was over, in his tweet, the PM also said that his government is prioritizing to strengthen grassroots of democracy in Jammu and Kashmir, and delimitation has to happen at a quick pace so that polls can take place in Jammu and Kashmir and an elected government can strengthen Jammu and Kashmir's development trajectory. In an effort to solve the raging infight in Punjab Congress, Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will meet party MLAs from Punjab at his residence in Delhi later in the day. This meeting is significant as the party is facing turmoil because of ongoing tensions among Punjab CM Captain Amarinder Singh and senior leader and MLA Navjot Singh Sidhu. Punjab is set for an assembly election early this year. Earlier this week, Punjab Pradesh Congress Committee President Sunil Jakhar and Finance Minister Manpreet Singh Badal met Rahul in Delhi to discuss the ongoing crisis within the party. Former Minister Navjot Singh Sidhu is at loggerheads with the Chief Minister, and both have given public statements against each other in the media. Sidhu has criticized the Chief Minister for not bringing the guilty to book in Kotakapura sacrilege incidents. Sidhu has later quit the cabinet in July 2019 after being divested of the local body's portfolio and has been in the political wilderness since. A three-member AICC panel set up by Sonia Gandhi to end factionalism in Punjab, and the panel will be chaired by Leader of Opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, and comprise of AICC General Secretary in charge of Punjab Affairs, Harish Rawat, and former MP of JP Agarwal. As India observes the 46th anniversary of emergency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared a tweet where he said that emergency period was the darkest phase in Indian democracy. He also shared a visual link in the tweet that highlighted the images from 1975 and said that the period cannot be forgotten. Taking a jibe at Congress, PM Modi mentioned that the Congress trampled over India's democratic ethos during that period. Union Home Minister Amit Shah also tweeted and called the emergency was to impose to quell the voices against one family. Shah termed the period as dark chapter in the history of independent India. Shah in his tweet convened salute to all countrymen for their sacrifices and for the fight that they put up for the protection of the constitution and democracy of the country. While suffering the brutal torture of the ruthless rule for the 21 months, many other significant leaders have also shared their views on the same to mark the day. Emergency refers to a 21-month period that started from June 25, 1975 until its withdrawal, which was on March 21, 1977. The then PM Indira Gandhi had declared a state of emergency across India. The Arvind Kejriwal Delhi government came under fire from opposition after a Supreme Court appointed audit revealed that the Delhi government exaggerated the national capital's oxygen requirement by more than 4 times during the second wave peak. The Oxygen Audit Committee set up by the Supreme Court during last month's second wave of COVID-19 has concluded that the government sought 4 times more oxygen than what was required. According to the audit report, Delhi needed about 300 metric tons of oxygen at that time, but the government raised the demand of 1,200 metric tons. As per the report, the opposition party accused the AAP government of politicizing the pandemic and playing on the fears of people. Taking to Twitter, BJP leaders including Piyush Goyal, Member of Parliament Gautam Gambhir, BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra and Shahnawaz Hussain attacked the AAP-run government by saying that the government is accountable of such dirty politics. BJP called Kejriwal a liar and demanded an apology.
कि ऑक्सीजन को लेकर जिस प्रकार की राजनीति अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने और दिल्ली सरकार ने किया, आज उसका पर्दाफाश हुआ है। कोई ऑक्सीजन को लेकर भी राजनीति कर सकता है क्या? कोई जीवन के साथ खिलवाड़ कर सकता है क्या? कोई इस प्रकार की छोटी राजनीति कर सकता है क्या? ऐसा कभी लगता नहीं था, मगर आज ये सब सत्य हुआ है। जब यह रिपोर्ट इंटरिम रिपोर्ट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन ऑडिट इन एनसीटी ऑफ दिल्ली, आपको पता होगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केस चला था ऑक्सीजन को लेकर। दिल्ली सरकार ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कहा था कि जितनी ऑक्सीजन की रिक्वायरमेंट दिल्ली सरकार की है, केंद्र सरकार उतनी ऑक्सीजन उसे मुहैया नहीं करा रही। इन सब विषयों को सुनते हुए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक ऑक्सीजन ऑडिट पैनल, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने यह निर्धारित किया था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस पैनल को स्थापित किया था। मुझे कहते हुए आज दुख हो रहा है कि उस पैनल के रिपोर्ट में जिस प्रकार का विषय सामने आया है वो चौंकाने वाला है। और वो पैनल का रिपोर्ट कहता है कि जो ऑक्सीजन की रिक्वायरमेंट दिखाई गई थी दिल्ली सरकार द्वारा, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी द्वारा, वो 4 गुना बढ़ा करके दिखाई गई थी। 4 टाइम्स इन्फ्लेटेड ऑक्सीजन रिक्वायरमेंट बाय दिल्ली। 4 गुना बढ़ा करके, जितनी रिक्वायरमेंट थी उसको 4 गुना बढ़ा करके बताया गया। और सबसे दुखद विषय है कि दिल्ली के इस झूठ के कारण, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के इस झूठ के कारण 12 ऐसे राज्य थे पूरे हिंदुस्तान में जो अफेक्टेड हुए अपने ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई को लेकर।
Enforcement Directorate conducted raids at former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh's residence in Nagpur in a money laundering case today. The case pertains to an allegation of corruption levelled by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh against Anil Deshmukh in March 2021. Earlier in a letter to Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray, Parambir Singh had alleged corruption charges against Anil Deshmukh. He also had filed a petition before the Bombay High Court saying that Deshmukh had asked former Assistant Inspector Sachin Vaze to export around ₹100 crore a month, and a majority of it had to come by targeting bars and restaurants. Singh in his letter had also mentioned the name of Vaze and ACP Sanjay Patil, who were allegedly asked by Deshmukh to extort money on a monthly basis, especially from bars and restaurants. And the target was given as ₹100 crore a month to them. Following this, the Central Bureau of Investigation conducted a preliminary inquiry and registered an FIR against Anil Deshmukh. Searches were then conducted at Deshmukh and his close associates' residence. The ED had then registered a money laundering case against him and started a probe in connection with the case. That is all for today. Keep watching Nagaland TV.